one of the hardest things that I think a lot of people struggle with nowadays is being alone and navigating through this world when you're in a period of isolation. It's almost like we have to cling to people, places, and things in order for us to feel whole and complete. But as somebody like myself, whose fear, this has been a big part of my life, of just being isolated and being comfortable being alone, I can say that once you get there, once you reach that point of not really giving a fuck, it is so liberating. It is so relaxing and enjoyable. I never would have thought I would have said this, because I have gone through a lot of setbacks in my life when it comes to my health. And when I was going through those health challenges, I lived with my parents. And so I was used to being around people all the time. And about 4 years ago, I ended up buying a duplex. And I became independent again, which meant that I was going to be isolated by myself. And so during that first year or so, I would go visit them every once in a while. When I needed that, I was looking to be social. I was looking for any sort of connection. And then about a year or two into me being independent, living by myself, I met my ex-girlfriend. And my ex-girlfriend actually was the impetus for me just being comfortable living in my own home. I'm sort of a late bloomer in that sense. I haven't really had many opportunities of living in apartments by myself or having my own place. Previous to this situation I'm in right now, the last time I was living by myself was about 8 years ago. I had rented an apartment, and I just have come so far through that whole process, and now it's given me so much peace. And I think also too, it's like when you live by yourself, you have to make your sanctuary peaceful, livable. It makes you want to come home to a space that makes you feel good. And I got to give a shout out to my ex, because she did such a great job of transforming my unit in my duplex. And anyways, the long and the short of it is, if you're going through that fear, my advice to you is to just lean into it. The quicker that you can get over that fear, that tension, that friction, the way better off you're going to be. And for me, it was more circumstantial, because we had broken up, I would say, 7 months ago. And I had no choice. I was okay, I'm single again. I'm independent again. I'm by myself again. So I either shut up or stop pouting, or just move on and accept my reality. And I think sometimes in those sort of situations, it's you need to just go cold turkey. You just need to just kind of shake things up and just fucking get into it. And then each day gets easier. And then you start building routines, and then you start building, community and people, and then people start coming over. And, I'm kind of in a stage in my life where I'm I turned 42 a couple months ago, and a lot of my friends are either in relationships, they have families, they have kids. And so I used to, when I was independent, it was almost like I was like looking for people to fill that void. You know, I don't want to be alone. I want to be around people. And the thing is what I've learned is people can feel that. People can feel that, like, you're, you know, and so through that whole journey, that whole process, and especially where I'm at right now, it's taught me that the more that I pour into myself, the more that I invest in myself, the more I work on myself, I just naturally attract the right people in my life. And what's great about that is you don't have to do anything, you know, except work on yourself. And the right people will start showing up. And I just want you to remind yourself that, you know, if you believe in God and if you are very spiritual, you are never truly alone. You know, you have your spirit team, your angels and your guides, and they are always with you. They're helping you navigate your journey. And so if you're ever feeling like isolated or alone, you know, do whatever you can to connect with them, because they are trying to connect with you. And through this whole human experience, you know, and I know I'm getting a little woo-woo, and I'm kind of going in another direction, but it's like remembering who you are. And there's nothing to fear, because the only thing that's getting in your way is you. And if you could just get out of your way and just let life flow, watch how all the blessings, the miracles, the synchronicities, the signs start unfolding in divine timing through your life. I'm beginning to recognize this myself. And I've gone through the dark night of the soul. I've gone through spiritual awakening. I'm currently in the void. It's a period in which you do all the work on yourself, and you are met with this stillness, this silence. And it really is this point in which your reality hasn't quite matched up with your internal state. But the thing that's helped me the most is just journaling and just reminding myself how grateful I am. So this is kind of a two-part video. A lot of it is I'm just trying to offer some wisdom. I'm trying to offer some, you know, experiences of what I've gone through this year. But I hope this message resonates with you, because honestly, I wish there was somebody that I could watch on YouTube that was talking about this when I was going through it. Because when I first moved in here, I mean, I bought this place 2021, and it wasn't until, I would say, July 2021. So it wasn't until, like, I would say November of that same year when I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start like sleeping here, spending the night, like just getting comfortable. Because I had been, there was so many years that went by where I was with my folks that I wasn't really like, you know, and I don't know what it is. I looking back in hindsight, you just gotta just do it. You just gotta put yourself out there. You just gotta, like, you know, take one step. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's not gonna be fun. I have been there. It was not fun. But after a few years, after going through a relationship, after developing my routine, I can finally say I'm starting to feel at home. So that is the YouTube video. I hope this message resonates with you. I plan on sharing more topics like these, talking about spirituality, talking about consciousness. I love self-improvement. I'm a Virgo, so it's really what I do best. But if you're interested, please subscribe, give me a follow, and you will not be disappointed on the value that you receive from this channel, because if there's anybody that has gone through suffering, setbacks, the amount of wisdom that I've garnered, and the information that I can help you lead an exceptional life. And that could be finances, that could be setting yourself up in a way where you don't have to like worry about bills anymore. You can set your bills up on auto pay. It's really how you structure your life and set yourself up for success. So hope you guys have a great one. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. And till the next one, I love you guys. Cheers.